Welcome back to another episode on the Jsano Fan Server. I'm Newsman Mixon, and today the log shop has got a bulk order, and we better get chopping. So we have got quite the bulk order to fill in the log shop. And believe it or not, it is not logs. It is jungle leaves. And this is for Asus. And he is working on some custom palm trees for his new resort, in which I will not attempt to pronounce. And this is where the old Swiss Army X comes in handy. Luckily, I did not lose it, and I died last episode. But it has silk touch, and that allows us to do this. Now, we have to be careful, right? Because I've only got 18 saplings left, jungle saplings. And I've got a few other trees, so I'm not too worried. But I have to be careful not to diminish in what we are using here. Because very easily, I can turn all of them to leaves, and I am just out. I'm just out of saplings. I guess worst case scenario, since I've got so many leaves, I could just place down a stack and fortune 3 them if I needed to. It's not a huge deal, but it's kind of a big inconvenience, right? So it's better just to kind of plan accordingly ahead of time and not have to worry about it. So here's my chest over here. Luckily, we're going to be really well stocked with jungle logs after we get done with this. And I'm not quite a third of the way there. The order is for a double chest, which is quite a few leaves. And I love doing bulk orders. Like, I love it. If you can offer that service to people, you know, they really enjoy it. Keeps them like, you know how tedious, oops, need that. You know how tedious, actually I didn't need that. Cutting down that many trees would be for someone who didn't have this shop. Like, I have this shop, so it's not a huge deal. And I really enjoy cutting down trees. I do. I've talked about that, I think. If I haven't talked about it, I'm going to talk about it again. Muck has kind of talked about it, I think. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. You know, when it comes to shops, you need to do something you can enjoy doing. You need to offer a good or service that you're either good at or is easy to obtain for you, but maybe other people won't necessarily want to obtain it, or they don't have the resources or ability to obtain it. For example, the drop shop we saw in last episode, most people don't have a good way to get that much gunpowder or bones or string, so it's good that I offer that as a service. Now, when it comes to trunks of trunks, I love cutting down trees. It gives me peace of mind. It gives me something to do if I don't want to do anything else. Like if I want to be on the server, if I want to play, but I don't I don't want to build anything. Like my building juices aren't really flowing, or I don't feel like digging out this huge trench, so we're not going to do any of that. So I enjoy cutting down trees. And providing this service to people, it's good. You may have noticed something. And that is the fact that it's raining. It's actually raining right now. You can see all the water particle effects, but it's not actually raining. Ooh. Be sure to get those before they despawn. And that's because I installed Optifine. For the first time, and I can turn off particles and get rid of that, but I kind of like it. And I didn't do it for the frame rate improvement. Like, if you notice, like, I get 60, like, just constantly. Like, I don't have to worry about it, you know. Occasionally it'll dip down to 59, but even, you know, with 24 chunk render distance, pretty much all the settings turn to maximum while I'm recording as well. I get just 60, flatline 60. So like I'm not too worried about frame rate when it comes to that. But I installed it for some of the other features. So I've been seeing in other people's videos the connective glass textures, and that appeals to me. The alternative blocks and textures, that will appeal to me down the road. I'm not going to do anything that with immediately, but I think that's something I will definitely take advantage of later on, because I've messed around with texture packs before. And yeah, and some of the other stuff like the fog. Can't really tell it from where I am right here, but I really like the way the distance fog looks like. Actually, it reminds me of, I used to play RuneScape back in the day, for any of you that are familiar with RuneScape. And when they first released HD, RuneScape HD, they had a distance fog instead of it just cutting off like into black void. And that's what it reminds me of. Oh man, that was like 10 years ago. When I played, not 10 years ago when that was introduced. That was probably like 8 years ago. But maybe a little later. I don't know. I don't remember my RuneScape timeline. But I do have, on my main account, I have the 2006 Halloween holiday event. So I know that's how long I've been playing. That's the only way I can remember. But I haven't played in years. And it's just me now. I could sleep hypothetically. But I'm not going to. It's dark, isn't it? I apologize. But yeah, if you notice also something else, I am doing something on camera while I talk about it, as I'm doing it. And this is actually a big step for me, because this is not how I record. But I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone here. And normally, my recording style is, hey, I built something or I've done something off camera. Let's record now, me talking about it and revealing it to you, and see how you like it. That's pretty much the way I've done things. And that's kind of the easy way to do things. I am not a very good multitasker at all. And even this kind of easy, I mean, it's an easy task to do and talk about. I kind of struggle with, you know, if you notice, I'm pausing occasionally and I'm saying, a lot, which I do anyway, but there it is. I just can't multitask very well, and that's one reason I am worried, to some extent, about my first UHC, recording my first UHC. I've done UHCs before, but Season 11 will be coming up, I mean, in a few weeks or months or whatever on the server, and I'm very excited. I want to participate, and I will if I can. I work full-time and I have a girlfriend and other real-life junk, so that can be limiting on time occasionally. That's one reason I don't produce more JFS videos, but I don't know. One of two things might happen. Especially if it's solo, I can do very well, because I consider myself pretty good at combat. Do very well in the actual game and have poor commentary, or have pretty good commentary but do very poorly in the game. And neither is an option I would prefer. I would prefer to play the game well and also give you something entertaining to watch. But one of the issues with UHC when it comes to recording is if you've got a server, not necessarily like this one, because I mean a good chunk of people record UHCs on the server, but not everybody. If you've got a server where everybody records, you know, if you've got 20 videos, if you've got 20-minute videos coming up to every other day, like, there's not a single person that's going to watch all of those. And since it's the same content, kind of, it's going to kind of diminish your views and who watches them. So usually people will watch their favorite individual when it comes to actual like YouTubers. Will watch their favorite person of that group, maybe one or two others, and then will jump over to other people's videos if something notable or entertaining happens. Usually when someone dies or just gets into some sort of fight of some kind. So I'm not as worried about commentary for that reason. You know, people will probably watch my perspective, but they'll probably jump over when they see me die or get into a fight with someone else in someone else's perspective. So that takes a little bit of the pressure off. But that's just something I'm worried with, and that's something why I'm practicing this now. While I'm talking on camera as I'm doing something, because so far I've done pretty good. And I'll tell you the truth. This is actually my second attempt at this, and it is going much better than the first. Because I've got so many trees to cut down, I gotta record this little bit a dozen times, you know, and have something different every time. So it's gone pretty well so far, I would say. But I've yammered on enough. You've listened to me talk enough, I think. So I'm going to cut it here, and I will come back whenever I have got a full double chest of leaves, and we'll make the delivery, because I have to go to Aces. I have to go to Sustica anyway for a very interesting proposal Aces offered me. So I will see you then. Alright, so we finished our order, and that's it over there. Made our delivery, ended up with a single chest full of jungle logs and a double chest full of the leaves, and he's been doing some work with them. He's already used a little bit, and he's making these custom palm trees here, and they look really good. I really like them. I just want to show this off real quick. He's got a nice little beach for his resort here. Got some umbrellas, water slide. It's nice. It's real nice. It's coming along nicely. So another reason why I wanted to come here is because Asus offered me a spot for a studio, a new studio. Can I reach that now? Boop, boop. And if we go up here, he even installed a minecart elevator for me. Look at that. Let's break that. Boop, boop, boop. Just right click all the way up. And this is rent free, free of charge. He was like, hey, you need a studio space? I've got the perfect room, and here it is. It turned out nicely. There might be a few tweaks before you see it again. I'm not sure. We've got an area over here for like interviews where individuals could actually sit down. It's nice. And then we've got a green screen over here with refreshments. Need to pick all this stuff up. And then we've got an actual news desk here. So hopefully in the coming days I will actually do news broadcasts here. Let's see, let's change my FOV. Yeah, see? Looks something like that. Yeah. And do news updates, primarily on I guess server like faction news and things pertaining to that. But I guess any kind of relevant current events that deem newsworthy. So you got my camera right there too. So I'm excited for this. I've been wanting to do it for several weeks now, and just had so many projects been working on. I've been working on other projects too, even since I've built this. But turned out real good, I'd say, and I'm happy to make use of it. And I'm very thankful for Asus, if you're watching this, that to lend me this space. So I'm very excited. But that will do it for this episode. Soon I want to do a like mega clip show of everything in the first 2 months of me being on the server, because there's quite a few clips that didn't make it into episodes, as you can imagine. I don't know if that will be episode 10 or if I will put it as its own separate entity, but expect that soon. I'm very excited for that. So but Canucks stole 64. Yeah. But anyway, I'm ending the episode. I'm rambling. We've talked about this. next time, if we don't end up doing that clip show, we'll probably do some more updating and home building, and yeah, that ought to be good. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.